I don't know. I may just let this go. Well, I'm right back because I'm just kind of dabbing this and it's not really a lot coming up. It's really kind of holding that color really good. And remember, these were pink. I'm fixing to turn them over and we'll see what pink is maybe still on the bottom side. And you can see, well, I tell you what, cleaning these things, all that black ink out of these was a booger bear. A definite booger bear. Let's get this flipped over. And so maybe that's a little more indicative to let you know kind of what the color is. I guess pink really isn't a huge step away from brown, I guess. I don't know. I'm not colorblind, but I guess I act like it. So I'm going to be honest. These, I really like them. You can see kind of a tints of red, brown, earthy look. I mean, these are coming out perfect. Exactly like what I was hoping for. So let's go ahead and let these dry out completely. I'm going to try and wash my hands and get them a little cleaner, maybe. And now we'll be right back, and we probably will go ahead and assemble this, and I will go ahead and get some of the EWL Extreme Weapon Ludes 30 lubricant put on this. Little bit of the stuff splashed on this. So let me explain to you exactly what happened. So I mixed a lot of dye in one of the first batch where I was trying to make black, and I put it back in the pot to heat up, and it was almost full, and it heated up big time, and just a column was shooting out. And I managed to pour the bulk of it into the glass and continue trying to continue dyeing, but it was just a mess. And so I managed to, oh gosh, you know what? I just made a huge mess on the floor because I hit my cup. Put it in here. So now I've got to go and get this dye off my floor. All right. Okay, so here we are. These are almost completely dry. I'm just going to set them here. A little bit of contrast against the what used to be blue matte. So I don't know what color you call it now. It's still kind of a aqua. Aqua fits. All right. So again, to get this color, these were pink. This is the Yojumbo Sprint Run breast cancer version. And so to get this color, or to dye G10 scales, you need dye more dye. Just regular fabric dye, more dye. It's a synthetic dye, and it is designed to dye synthetic things like plastic and stuff like that. To get this color from the pink, I mixed a lot of brown, like twice as much. I think I put 4 full capfuls of blue, or it might have been 5 full capfuls of blue. I put 5 full capfuls of brown, and later added a dash, a healthy little dash, maybe 4 tablespoons probably, into the mix. Then I added 1 capful of red, that was it, and a half a capful of green, and that was it. And this is the color I come out with. Now, the water was all mixed in the cup, the insulated cup. The water I put in one of those little heating deals, like a percolator, but it's for just heating water. And I let it come to a boil, and I put the scales into the dye, poured it all in there, kept it stirred up, and just let it sit. It was probably 30 to 45 minutes I let it sit in there, if not an hour. Probably an hour is how long I let it sit in there. It was still lukewarm. It wasn't hot, but it was still lukewarm. I know that because I spilt it on my foot when I spilt it on the floor again. And then I took these out, and it was towards the end, as it was cooling down to a certain degree, that they hit this perfect brown. So you want to keep checking. I could still see the pink shining through until towards the end. Then it stayed really dark when I lifted it out, and as it drained down, it kind of had a pink hue to it, because there is red in this dye that I mixed. And so it does have a somewhat pink color in certain cases. But with this right here, I pulled it out and set it down on the cloth, just regular hand cloth, hand towels, and let it dry. And as it started drying, I just kind of dabbed it a little bit, and really a whole lot didn't come off onto the rag, so I let it continue to dry. I soaked up in these individual little holes so that I could get the excess dye out of them. And here we are. You're going to have, as these dye, let's see, I believe it was like in this area, in here, and back through here. It was real dark, looked almost wet, splotchy. And as it dried more and more and more, those disappeared. And so it's going to look splotchy. You look at the edge, and the edge I don't think there's any areas that still show any darkness. I think the last spot was right up in here that was a little darker than the rest. And so that's just where the dye is just drying out. The scale is drying out. And so these are almost completely dry, almost 100% dry. And so the color is now uniform. So when you pull it out and let it start drying, if it is a little splotchy, don't get concerned. Let it continue to dry, and your color will even out. It will smooth out. So let's start putting this back together. And so when I took it apart, if you remember, for me it's been several hours ago, for you just a second, I'll put the screws back in. So let's pull these screws and get my bit, because I had to throw my bits up there after fishing them out of all the liquid that was floating in a pool here. I was getting nervous there. Thought maybe I'd missed a screw. Which was good that I put these screws back in here, because I didn't lose them, which I would have lost them had I not done that. We'll pull these out. And what I'm doing to make sure that the spacer doesn't turn, I'm just pushing down on the scale to put a little pressure against that spacer as I am taking these out. Now this isn't completing anything. All I am doing, I'm using the wrong bit for this, but right now I'm just trying to get it apart, the screws out. So I'm going to take and Loctite this stuff. If I can find my Loctite. Here it is. I moved a lot of stuff around because of the flood of liquid all over the place. And let me get this as my little applicator. At some point, something's coming out. I promise. It's got to. I say that, maybe not. There we go. Well, I really prefer not to put it on the threads, because I end up getting it on the scale. So let's go ahead and just dab it down in there. Okay, there we go. So I got some down in there. Get some in there. You can get some in there. I just don't want to put it on the thread itself, because then I'll end up getting some on the scales, and I don't want to. Now, the last thing that I'm going to put any thread locker on is going to be the pivot. So let me go ahead and get these back in the holes. And I'll probably, so I'm turning backwards. There we go. There's a little click. So there, I know that I am perfectly aligned on my threads. There we go. And all I'm doing is trying to get my my scale on the side. Now, let me just place this on there. I'm going to have to take the pivots back out, because I'm going to put thread locker on there, but I've got to adjust the tension on it first. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.